tell you about sleeping on the job.
Oh my god, did you see that?
What?
The Tomonobu Itagaki. I see it every time I close my eyes now, okay? I'm reviewing this game, and I think he's going to send his ninjas to kill me.
Kohler, Ikigaki is not gonna kill you.
No, well, I mean, he might, like, chop off a limb or something.
How'd you rate that game?
Like a 6?
Yeah, you're a dead man, Kohler.
Okay, so Ninja Gaiden 2, right? It's released on the Xbox 360 from Microsoft, developed by Tecmo in Japan. Now, Microsoft doesn't have a lot of Japanese exclusives, and so they're trying to make a big deal out of this one. Now, in some ways, that's a really good thing. Ninja Gaiden 2 has amazing ninja combat. You're going to be slicing the heads off of enemy ninjas and crazy werewolves and demons from underground, and pretty much if it has a head, your mission is to cut it off, and it's a whole lot of fun. So why isn't it, a great game? Well, because its designers concentrated on that combat to the exclusion of everything else that makes a third-person action game fun. But before we get into that, let's go back to the combat. Why is it so good? Part of it is that these guys have really refined the form, making it satisfying and fun to chop up your enemies. But it's also because Ninja Gaiden 2 emphasizes strategy and awareness of your surroundings. Take all of those limbs that our ninja here is chopping off these guys. Now, a limbless ninja, believe it or not, is a deadly ninja. Why? Because he knows he's going to die, and he is going to take you with him by suicide bombing you if you get too close to him. So you've got to be constantly on the lookout for half ninjas crawling towards you with their one last good arm. Now, it's stuff like that that makes Ninja Gaiden's combat really interesting and difficult. This is a very hard game by design. It's aimed right at a small sliver of obsessive players. Now, there is an easy difficulty setting, which you should by all means start with if you're not a seasoned pro, but even the easy setting can be a real jerk sometimes. Now, difficult doesn't mean bad, so what's the problem? The problem is that combat alone does not a polished game make. Action games like God of War have really raised the bar on what we're supposed to expect from a big budget first-party Microsoft release. Now, first of all, Ninja Gaiden's player-controlled camera is just bad. It always seems to be in the wrong place, you can't see what's going on, it's tough to adjust it, and a lot of your super awesome ninja moves generally make you fly back and forth on the screen and then ruin the camera angle, putting the enemies off-screen so you can't see them coming to attack you. And really, Ninja Gaiden 2 isn't a free roaming adventure. It's a linear game. It's point A to point B. Why do I have to babysit the camera? There's only one place the camera ever needs to be at any time, and the game designer should put it there, not me. By leaving the player in charge, the game designer misses all the opportunities where he could be showing us a bunch of expansive vistas or dramatic camera angles for fighting. Then again, Ninja Gaiden 2 doesn't really have any expansive vistas that would be ripe for dramatic reveals. Its level designs are mostly just big, empty, featureless corridors with nothing interesting to look at. And the story? It's not even worth mentioning insofar as it flip-flops between silly and offensively dumb, especially if you feel that video games should have ditched the ridiculous, outmoded female caricatures in 1993. And then there's this one boss battle that's just, it's just, well, let me show you.
Where's he going?
Okay, now this boss battle pits you against an enemy that so many ninjas had to fight in feudal Japan, a Triceratops that is on fire. And so basically during this boss battle, it's enough of a pain in the ass to hit this thing in the head enough times until it dies, but then after you get its life bar all the way down, it explodes and it kills you instantly. Wow, that's great. Game over, go all the way back to the beginning of the boss fight. And so now you get back to that point where he's about to explode and you think, okay, what do I have to do? Do I have to run away from the Triceratops so I'm out of the blast range? Nope. Do I have to shoot the Triceratops with an arrow so I'm far away from it when it finally dies? That don't work neither. Do I have to hold my hands up in front of my face to shield my face from a nuclear explosion? Yeah, that's what you have to do. Okay, this is ridiculous, first of all, but that's not even the point. The point is that it's not even a matter of taste anymore. Now I've got to go back and do the same lame boss fight 4 different times, even if I'm playing perfectly. And that's just bad game design. Okay, so let's recap. Ninja Gaiden 2 has fantastic combat, and for a significant group of people, that's gonna be more than enough. But for the average fan of third-person action games, the genre has just evolved so much in the past 5 years that Team Ninja, well, they seem like they're kind of stuck in 2002, where a bad camera and kind of ugly presentation were okay because we didn't know any better. But now we do, and because of that, Ninja Gaiden 2 just does not measure up to more recent innovations in the genre. And that's why I'm giving it a 6 out of 10.